Google workers struggle against modern posts, you find it. The reason I bring it up, aside from the fact of mentioning modern post development, is that someone got a hold of the speech that we gave last week and posted it on there, and it received a lot of positive feedback.
Go Rolly! President! President!
But what's nice about it is that it's drawing out stories from across the country. One of the things that happened during our meeting with Jim Lang is that he sort of discussed how I'm here to talk to you guys about your issue. And they're trying to really compartmentalize it, trying to make it that we're just dealing with Depot 3, this isn't a broader issue. I mean, we all know that's not the case, but it's nice to start hearing stories from across the country as far as other experiences. So I thought maybe I'd read out one response I thought was particularly poignant. It was an anonymous post. They're not talking about what station they're from because management can obviously access this blog as well. So anyway, here's the story. Thanks for such a well-said piece. All across the country, carriers are being treated the same disrespectful and threatening way. In our station, we had a bad restructure last August. I shudder to think what will happen when we get the new modern post. The last month has been day after day of forced overtime, even though many of us do forced overtime on our own routes. We have had enough. I don't know if this is a calculated Canada Post strategy or if they are really, truly that inept. Either way, we have had enough. In our station, forced overtime gets you an automatic letter. The second instance gets you a suspension. The third, who knows? Really? Suspending people for only working a 10-hour day? On Friday, a female co-worker who had been on forced OT for the previous 3 days was forced back again. Then, management also told her that her annual for the next week had been canceled due to the lack of staff, and that Monday looked like another forced overtime day. She literally sat on the floor and cried. Quite frankly, I was very close to that myself. We had to call an ambulance because she had become incoherent with grief and stress and couldn't breathe. That was without a doubt the worst day I'd ever had at Canada Post. I should also say that the same coworker had forced overtime on the previous Monday, where it was minus 39 with wind chill. She did 2+ hours OT on her own route, and when she got back at nearly 6 p.m., frozen and shivering, she was not able to do the forced overtime. She then called Control Center, where she was sarcastically told, "What, it's cold and dark, so you don't want to go outside?" In her disciplinary interview for not completing the force back, the supervisor was genuinely understanding to all of this, totally understanding. And on Thursday, she received a letter with a 5-day suspension, waived because they don't want to create a financial burden. But the next incident, she could be fired. I dread every day of going to work now. God help us. Bring on the picket line. I'd rather go down fighting.
Hey! Excellent!
Blog, as of last night, almost 145,000 views. So it's definitely a network that all Canada Post workers across the country are looking to for news. And I recommend you all to take a look at it.
What is it again, please?
The workers' struggle against the modern post.
Okay.
So if you would just Google it, you'd probably be able to find it. So as you know, last week was kind of the limits of our patience. We demanded answers for the staffing crisis we've been facing. We drafted a unanimous petition asking someone who's actually responsible for staffing to come out and give us some concrete answers. Jim Lang did come out. I mean, good of him to respect our request. I'm not really sure he had much of a choice, but it's good that he came out and he did make an attempt to show the company's side of the story. Unfortunately, we're still left in the circumstance of, does this change our situation? And we decided that the following Monday, this past Monday, we would get together and discuss if the answer we received was acceptable. And then in that meeting, we decided on the following demand, which I've been asked to present to management here today. According to Article 33, Health and Safety of the Collective Agreement, the corporation must recognize our right as employees to working conditions which show respect for our health, safety, and physical well-being. Additionally, the corporation must, without delay, take all the measures necessary to prevent or correct a situation liable to endanger the health and safety of employees as soon as the situation is brought to its attention. We, as Edmonton letter carriers, have used every conventional method available to express to the corporation that chronic citywide staffing shortages and the resulting forced overtime has and continues to significantly endanger our physical health, our mental health, and our safety. Furthermore, despite our willingness and patience to communicate these concerns over the past few years, and especially over the past couple months, and reasonably ask for positive changes to be made, the corporation has not made any acceptable steps towards resolving the serious problem. This said, we, the employees of Depot 3 Edmonton, have no choice other than to issue the following demands. 1. That effective Monday, February 28, 2011, management will no longer issue any forced overtime in our facility until we, the employees, feel that the corporation is taking acceptable steps towards correcting the chronic staffing shortages. And 2, that the corporation immediately begin the training of new employees and continue staffing vacant positions until forced overtime has been eliminated citywide. Enough is enough.
Hey.